and welcome with a new video with the Gaming Geezer 1965. And this time we're going to play MXGP. Oh man, it's the first part, it's the first game in the series, and I've seen plenty of YouTubers who dislike this game the most. But for me, it somehow works the other way around. But I guess, let's go to the career already and load it in. I guess for me it's because this feels a bit more like an arcade game. And still, hey, you can have, for instance, braking on one of the brake pedals instead of both. And yeah, I think the gameplay is really awesome. The only thing that I don't find very awesome is the frame rate. Now on the PlayStation 5 Pro, this is a PlayStation 4 game. If they would just remove the frame rate cap, make the game run 60 or higher, and then even if I would have to use a variable refresh rate to get a decent and fluid gaming experience, so be it. But no, we're stuck to 30, even though the capture will say, yes, I thought so. It says 60, but he's a liar. That's what the PlayStation 5 Pro sends out. But that's not what the game is going to give you. So let's go to Sevlivo. I will definitely pronounce that wrong because it's in Bulgaria. And that's not my language. And let's go. Usually I would skip this. Loading times can't be skipped. Proceed, and let's go to the track. No. Yes. Van Hoornbeek is faster, but oh, that was rough. Not as smooth as I hoped it would be. I think he wants to play Burnout, but he's in the wrong game. Oh, stay on the track. The rest is a bit more slippery, and if I go too far from the track, I will be reset. What I like about this game is the three-dimensional feel. You really get that feel of, whoa, that big overview of the whole track. And also how the bike responds to the dirt. In a sharp corner, and if you then suddenly squeeze the gas, whee, like this, the bike is going to drift. I get a much better feeling in this game than I get in the other MXGP. And then I did it wrong. I agree, the newer games, they look much better, and you get a better frame rate. That's true, I agree. But first of all, the PlayStation 4 version had more tracks than, for instance, the PC version or on the Xbox. So the PlayStation 4 version is my most favorite one. Then you get 2 tracks from my country. And you can use some tricks like what I did before. The shrub, it's called the shrub. But you have to memorize the bumps, because sometimes if you use the shrub and your front wheel lands on another bump, you get ejected from your bike as if you are on a big boom. Oh, he fell down. position 1, but I fell one time, so I will drive another lap. In this case I did the shrub, but I landed too early because most ideal would be if you landing on the downhill slope. But I didn't fall from the bike, so that's cool. Nice. I wonder if they swap out the tracks where you race in different seasons, because this is an old game, so this is a very old season. So do you get different tracks in the newer versions, and do you get the same amount as the PlayStation 4 version, or do they stick with the tracks from the original season? Uh-oh, yes, nice, still landed. Well, well, it only gave me a few seconds. So let's return to the pit, yes. And then I see the info. Well, I'm 13 seconds ahead, so let's skip to the race. Yeah, you have a chance that they either catch up with you, but you are still on first, or sometimes, but yeah, there was such a big gap, they could close it down a little bit, but nothing too serious. But yeah, as you can see, it is on easy, because, yeah, to be honest, this is like a nice arcade game for like a few minutes, for 1 or 2 of these seasons, and then I've had enough already. And some tracks, for instance France, I can still lose on easy with this bike, so. But yeah, the rest of the tracks, they are usually very easy. What I also can do is just take, for the next run, so not this one, for the next run I will do only 1 qualifying lap, and falling down or not, I have to skip to the race and see where I will end up in my starting position. Hello, can you skip this? Yes, you can. Boing. Nice. Ooh, that was too early, but yeah, I could still make it decent. The thing that I do not like is the fact that when you jump, your engine sound will shut down as if you are letting it run idle. But I'm pressing the accelerator all the way. So in real life, when you keep holding the accelerator while you jump, the engine should rev like crazy. So the gamer has to close the throttle a bit by himself to make the high-pitched engine whine go away. But in this case, it's like somebody, there's an electronic device in your bike, and that will just close the throttle with every jump by itself. But I have not, I haven't even seen that option, where you could choose for automatic acceleration or something like that, or braking aid. the only aid you get is that you don't need to press both brakes at the same time, because they are linked to each other now. So that's the only setting you get. Link your brakes, yes or no. Nice. What I also like is how your bike actually pulls, how you say, in the sand you get to see the marks that your tires leave. And the more circles, the more laps you do, the more deformed the track will be. And this will look a little bit better on the PC, because yeah, the PC is more powerful than at that time the PlayStation 4. But somehow I just like the feel of this game. So it's not always the case of graphics and frame rate that wins. No, some games, even with a lower frame rate, they still can be fun and give that arcade feeling. Ooh, almost hitting the barrier. It looks like a hay ball, I don't know the English word for it, but then wrapped in plastic. And that's also impressive of this game. If the other drivers are in the distance, you actually get to see them driving. And yeah, that is logic, because it's a 3D game. But because of this depth, that enormous, huge vista you get, it is still cool to see. And you still have 22 motorcycles, or dirt bikes I have to say, on this track at the same time. So, if you know that I like this game, is there a version of this, or maybe even from another brand? It doesn't have to be from the same creators, but is there another dirt bike game on newer generation in 60 frames per second, but also still have that arcade feel instead of that it's trying to be too much of an emulation? Yes, this will be the final lap, and then we'll have race 2 to attend to. Yes, that feeling of vertigo, that you are so high up, that truly does it for me. Outrun 2 and Outrun 2006 Coast to Coast also had that feeling. Especially on that mountain stage where you have that low-hanging clouds. That also had that nice feeling of vertigo and a hugely far away draw distance with next to no pop-up. And that for such an old game. Even older than this. Nice drift! I thought, let's give it a try, and yes, it worked. That's a nice way to end this track. Whee! Thank you very much, I won! Yeah, the animation could be better, but I can watch the replay, but let's not do that. Because yeah, with this frame rate it's more annoying than amazing. When you play yourself and you are into the game, then I do not get too much annoyed by this, because yeah, I got used to how it feels, the gameplay. So yeah, I can adapt to this. As long as the frame rate is stable, it's okay with me. So the bike doesn't respond differently in the same situation depending on the frame rate. So this will be the second part. We go to the track. skip. Usually I would have the same bike as my neighbor, but I thought, you know what, I want to drive a red one, and Honda was the only one having a red bike. And well, I actually kind of like how it handles as well. Oh, yeah, well, that's also good. Ooh, man, I'm so glad that this is more arcadey, because every time when I cross a bump in the wrong way, then I think, oh, I will fall down. Oh, no. Yes, you can still screw it up, and of course if you jump completely in the wrong direction and end up in signing, that happens to me plenty in France. Now I can hear you think, please do French next. No, it's not the next track. And I'm glad, because that would make a fool out of me. That track is just annoying. It looks amazing, and I have nothing against the country French as well, but that track is designed by the devil. No, stay on track. Yeah, I thought that I was going too slow to do a shrub. And this was also pretty a gamble. Look, maybe if you put the game on hard mode or normal, shrubbing has more feel to it, and if you do it wrong, then you will, I guess, fall off your bike. But I am gaming to have fun. I don't have to prove myself that I can play on the highest difficulty. No, I either like to play a story or, yeah, just have fun and get the feel for racing. As long as the controller conveys what I see on the screen and when it feels good, then it's okay with me. Yes, full speed through halfway through the corner and then hitting the accelerator. Nice. No, not too sharp. Otherwise we end up on one of those nice wooden poles. I wonder if that would crash me or break that little pole. Oh. Yes, I was too far from the track, and then the game says, no, you're not supposed to be there. You can lean the driver, but on easy it's not that necessary. Oh, oh, I wasn't allowed to cut over that haystack as well. No cheating for you, mister. Well, I wasn't cheating, I was just losing control of the bike a little bit. Well, with outrun 2 and coast to coast, I can be very precise, but this game is, because of the rough terrain and the different bend sweeps, yeah, sometimes I just, yeah, put some wrong directions in the controller and you end up, yeah, too far away from the track. And even though it looks like you got total freedom of movement, you haven't. Even though there's nobody checking how far you're from the track, the invisible hand of God will put you back where you belong, in the middle of the track and not on the side of the road or track. Ooh, oh, 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 oh. So I guess that if you like arcade games and you want a truckload of tracks, you can't go wrong with this one. Especially on Steam, it's very cheap, but then there's like, if I'm not mistaken, 5 tracks less to race on. The PlayStation version is the most extended version of this game. Yes, the finish, yes, across the line. Time to track to see if you can do equally as good on the next track. But first, you gotta celebrate with your teammate. That almost rhymes. There we are. Come on, there's my buddy. Yes, we did it. No, you did nothing. You are listening to music with your headset. Just kidding. He was just shouting in my ears. Do better! Don't get off the track! Then you get to see the victory goes to me! Yay! And then we go down and you get some more compliments. Excellent performance! But his manager calls for calm. We have to keep it up and carry on giving it everything we've got. I'm on the bike. All you have to do is, if I wreck it, you gotta repair it. Yeah, you can go over here, but you always get, if you play this game for as long as I have, then you know it always says the same, great results, and now we want 74 points for the next race. And the social feed, people will be very happy, and there will also be like, if he hadn't had no problem with his brakes or whatever, then you wouldn't have won. Lucky break, you don't believe the victory was to result to your skills, so you're even being harassed by virtual people. Only one downer and the rest positive. Sometimes you get 2 people that are not such a big fan of your racing. But let's go to the calendar. Portugal, Brazil. This is France. So, sorry, but we will do Aguera. I guess you pronounce it like that. Start the race. So, like I promised, I will do 1 qualification lap. I will skip this one now, so we have a shorter waiting time. Waiting. Yes, proceed. And let's go to the track. Oh, this track also sometimes can catch me off guard. Hey, that's my buddy. He's got the same bike, so I guess he's in the same team. Ooh. I'm so glad that I don't have to eat that sand myself. We're just in a virtual sandbox. Well, my buddy is actually giving it all he's got. Yeah, go. Yes, I passed him. Ooh, that almost looked like a wall ride or a small wall. Ooh, nice, nice. No, no, don't jump next to the track. Ooh, I'm so glad that I didn't pull off a drop, because that would have gone wrong. Okay, let them give a chance to catch up with me, because I guess we got... Oh, I can't even see how... so this will be... Oh, man, it was such a big difference. Yeah, I was lucky that I didn't fall down, so... So this is again a good day to play a game, because I guess I have the right inputs not to fall off the bike. With the previous track I fell down 1 or 2 times, and now I could have stayed my ass on the seat. Well, this seat is very easy to sit on. Let's kick this, let's go to the track and choose my position. Well, he always chooses the proper one, because you want to be on the inside of the turn, of the first turn that you get. Here I lean forwards, otherwise you will pull a wheelie and you will fall from the bike. And now, oh man, that was actually a good start. I don't know why they put a bump right in front of a corner. I wanted to pass it from the right side, but I couldn't steer too far away from it. So then you have to release the throttle, otherwise you will jump out of the track. Yeah, that's the only... Yes, yes, I could still fall from my bike. But the only downfall from, one of the things that I actually don't like too much is the sound of your engine. I mean, especially in this time, how old this game is, you also have two-stroke. The two-stroke in real life, they sound powerful and whine like a lot of rotations per minute, and you really feel that power. And in this game, it more feels like, okay, let's do this. But yeah, whatever. You can't have them all. Maybe I should try the newest version of this game. If they actually did one for the PlayStation 5, that would be nice. So maybe I will check the price of that. Huh? How could I... Nah, never mind. So, 2 falls for in the same track. Serves you right for saying, hey, I could stay on my bike. I guess that's karma come in and say, hi, I'm here. What did you say, you didn't fall down? Let me help you with this. Ooh, no, no, no. not the same place. Almost I wanted to jump into these signs again. Oh, nee. So lucky that you can steer in the... In real life, I would have gone down. But in a game, you can just steer away while you're in the air. Thank you, game. I like you. And yeah, I actually meant that because yeah, why so serious? Yes, I could finally avoid the jump. Nice. You actually feel that in the vibration in your controller as well. So can you imagine if this game would have supported the HD Rumble, or no, on the PlayStation it was called differently. HD Rumble was for the Nintendo Switch. So I guess if Sony wanted to be funny, they could call it 4K Rumble. But I guess now Nintendo will call it 4K Rumble on the Switch too, because that thing also supposed to get to 4K image quality. We will see. Let's skip this and let's go to race 2. And then we will call it quits. So sometimes you can have fun with an old game. Yeah, I bought it at release, but imagine if I would have bought it today, I would still have fun with it. I don't know if it's even still available. Because I don't know from what year this game is, but... Go! Oh, that's not such a great start. I need to brake. Oh! Crash! Well, come on. No. Yes, they even passed me too. And when you're in the middle of the crowd, it's more difficult to actually get away from them. No. Ooh, I almost bumped into him. Yes. Well, at least in the final race, we had a little action in between the pack. Well, at front of the pack. There were just a few bikers ahead. Uh-oh, not good, but yeah, I had an itch on my nose, and that's always an annoying time. Oh, that was cool, that feeling of how that corner went. So if you can find this on disc, it's cheap, like for $5 or $6 or something like that. Well, for me, that would be worth it. Come on, yes, nice. Yes, the final corner for the finish. Oh, never mind. We still have one lap to go. I was too fast. Or too slow. Depends on how you view at it. Yes, I could keep the throttle for the last corner all the way. Ooh, that was not so smooth. But I could still avoid crashing into the haystack. Or well, at that MXGP stack. Yeah, I forgot to steer around, but no problem. I always have this with a game. If I played it for a lot, I haven't played it for a long time. I just need a few minutes, and you get that feel of the control back, and you can catch up most mistakes. Of course, not the big ones, but then the game will interfere. I wonder on what time there's a point where you can say that this game is a classic, or at least so old that it's like something that we look upon. For instance, when I think of the Mega Drive, that is very old, and the Commodore 64 and the Atari 2600, even older. But yeah, PlayStation 4, the graphics were already very good, so yeah, I'm really curious how the PlayStation 5 version would look. So I will search for this, but we will skip this one. I will show you the magazine part, and then I'll do the outro. Confirm. Yeah, skip. Yes, we will celebrate again my teammate, the Radio Man. And let's show the magazine cover, because we're on it, baby. I hope they have a widescreen cover. Oh, eh? As promised, I've spent a few days negotiating. Oh, I will view the offers, but usually I say remaining team. And I always forget if I'm on the fastest bike now, but I always forget, is it an MX-1 or is it an MX-2? Because yeah, this one seems Ken the Diker, Kawasaki. See, because we also have MXGP too, but he's alone. He doesn't even have a teammate. Oh, he also not? Ah, I thought maybe it's an MX2 thing, but no, because he's got a teammate. A Red Bull. Yeah. Oh, I can see that the name 250. I wonder if MX1 has, yeah, 450. So MX1 is the faster version. He's looking for a champion. I will stay with the Honda team once more. Because look, he's got a 350 and the rest is all 450. So why does Red Bull think, we do just give him 100cc less and it will be more of a challenge. Speaking of which, let's do this. Why? Then at least because I'm playing on easy, then at least I have a bike which performs less than the Honda, maybe. And it will be a bit more. So I guess it will be in the magazine that I'm leaving the team. No, not. I'm surprised. So what I want to see is email. Oh, but I am already in the team now. And since I transferred, now instead of 47 points, 20 points is enough, but only for the first race. After that, he says, no, 47 points, that's what we need. So they give me the chance, but well, let's just... It's a long collaboration. Yeah, well, I stayed a few years. I did the replaying the tracks over and over with the Honda. I think 2 or 3 times over. By the looks of it, I'm only having compliments today. Yes, only compliments. But sorry, but we will leave it at this. It was fun. I hope you had a nice time watching this old game, but still great fun to play. Like I said in the beginning, it's not always important to have the most smooth and sharp graphics with the most details in the surroundings, even though I still think this game isn't ugly. Well, let me know what you kinda like, if you kinda like this game, or do you think, nah, it's too old, I prefer the newer ones. I hope you have a nice time on the channel, and I see you in the next video.